In today's video, I'm going to be covering the hot topic of how to actually sign copywriting clients. We're going to do this by speaking about two critical components that seem so blatantly obvious, but everyone seems to fucking forget about them. If you've never watched any of my videos before, my name's Jay. I scaled an email marketing agency to 30k a month, and today I'm going to show you the real truth of getting copywriting clients, if it's your first one, your second one, or just your first few. So let's get into this. So most people who call themselves copywriters are the people who have read a few books, watched a few YouTube videos, and then they put copywriter in their bio, and they never even sign a client. They never write any copy that goes on a live offer. They're not a copywriter. And most of them just never sign anyone who get to pay them money. And the reason it isn't complicated is because they overcomplicate everything. Everybody loves to piss around with their offer, their website, their systems, their swipe files, their copywriting portfolio, the next best ClickUp feature, Notion document, like lead magnet shit. It's all just noise. The two things that are going to get you clients are these two things: skill acquisition and outreach. That is the only two things that you need to actually make money as a copywriter, especially going into 2025. Now, most people will just spend hours on activities that feel productive, doing busy work like tweaking their portfolios, watching YouTube videos, creating the perfect copywriting systems, and making their website clean and perfect and changing it 10 times, even though nobody actually visits the website. And that's all just busy work. Every time that you find yourself creating another system or tweaking your website for the 10th time, I need you to ask yourself this one question. Is the thing I'm working on right now the biggest lever that I can pull right now to move the needle? Now, if you're saying no to that, then stop what you're doing, refocus yourself, and start doing these things: skill acquisition and outreach. That's all it comes down to. So let's cover the first part, which is skill acquisition. You need to become a copywriting weapon. We're in 2025 now. AI is so fucking good that it will outperform most copywriters. I've said this in countless videos. Nobody is going to pay for mediocre copy. Before anyone will hand over their hard-earned cash for your words, they need concrete proof that you can write copy that doesn't just look good, that actually generates revenue and value. Most beginners dramatically overestimate their abilities. And what I mean by this is most copywriters will write a few emails, watch a few videos, and they'll be like, oh, this is actually quite easy, I'm quite good. And then I read it, or someone else reads it, and you go, this is fucking dog shit. This will not convert viewers into customers, or anybody into hard cash. And the reality is because they're like an amateur boxer who's only ever hit a punching bag. They're unprepared for the real fight, and as soon as punches start coming at them, they're like, whoa, what the fuck's going on? And that's what most people do, because all they do is the theory work, watching YouTube videos. They'll read books, and they'll go through tutorials, and they'll read articles, but that's not what builds your skills. Like, would you trust a surgeon who's only read about operations, or a pilot who's only watched flight tutorial videos or YouTube videos? Fucking no chance. So why would a business owner trust you to write copy when you've never written copy at length for live offers or for any offers? You've only read about it. So first, you need to acquire these real skills. You need to start learning how to write hooks and leads, write VSL scripts, email sequences, back-end automations, and be able to package offers so that it feels painful to say no to it. Now, that is some of the skills that you need to learn, but most people are like, but Jay, how do I practice? I've not got any clients. So I'm going to give you the perfect way to do this that's actually going to help your outreach, which is going to be later in the video. But if you follow this part first, the outreach actually becomes more simple and a lot easier. So the biggest catch-22 in copywriting is you need clients to practice, but you need practice to get clients. It's like when you leave school at 16 and you're like, oh, I need to get a job, and they say you need experience, but you need experience to get the job, but you need the job to get experience. It's the exact same thing. Now, the solution is very simple. You find 10 businesses, whoever you want to work with, e-com stores, creators, coaches, course sellers, anybody who that you want to work with. You find 10 of them, okay? Find 10 of them, and it's people who you understand the audience, you maybe have a little background in it, you need to give yourself like a bit of an advantage here. So I remember one of my first ever clients, I was really into mountain biking, and the first ever client that I ever had that paid me was someone who had a mountain biking like coaching program that helped them get fitter to ride the bike faster. And the reason that I was able to sign him was because I knew about his business. I understood the audience. I was the audience. So you need to try and find something that you can get in there with. Then what I want you to do is rewrite the entire funnel. The entire funnel. So I'm talking about a landing page that's 1,500 words plus, a 15-minute VSL script, a 10 email welcome series, YouTube video scripts, IG reel scripts. Write every single part of their funnel that maybe they're not doing YouTube right now, but write a YouTube script for them, okay? And then if you do all this, there's a few things that's going to happen. This is one of the most important parts. You're going to become better at copywriting, because each part of this copy, an IG reel script is a lot different to a VSL script. A YouTube script is a lot different to an email. So you're going to be able to get better at copywriting by practicing all of these parts. And trust me, you need to learn how to do all of these parts, because the days of just writing emails are just long gone. You need to be able to write a shit ton of copy, or at least be competent in every single part of it. Now, you need to learn different persuasion tactics, because an Instagram reel is more just about hooking the audience, and these people aren't even problem aware, right? Now, I'll go through awareness levels in a different video, but problem aware means that they don't even know they have the problem, so you just need to get their attention. VSLs, which is like when they're on the landing page, this is the video sales letter that actually sells them the coach's coaching program or the ecom brand's product. The VSL is a video sales letter that is for problem aware prospects. So these people know they have a problem, and they're actually solution aware. They know about the solution that you're presenting to them, and they're also solution curious, because they want to know about that. And this is what's going to happen. You're going to write all of this copy, and you're going to get better, because you're going to be writing for cold audiences, warm audiences, very hot audiences, and you're just going to get better this way. If you do this, you will develop more practical experience than 99% of the so-called copywriters who've read every single copywriting book in the world but never actually written anything themselves. And you're going to be fucking miles ahead of the I read Cashvertising and call myself a copywriter crowd. We all know who these people are, and that is like the dumbest thing I've ever heard on the internet. Read this one book and you'll know everything there is to know about copywriting. It's a load of bullshit. You need to actually start doing it. Now, if you do this, you're going to be able to practice. Now, 2, it's going to lead into outreach, how to actually get someone to pay you. Now, high value outreach, the client acquisition strategy that actually works. If you're just blasting generic DMs and emails, and you're doing fucking 50 a day, the chances of you getting anything are going to be very, very slim, because there's so many copywriters out there right now that they've seen all your target audience have seen every single outreach strategy already. They know what's coming, and they get thousands of DMs like this every single day. So with the strong samples that you've created through your deliberate practice, you're now ready to use outreach that actually gets responses. So no more of this. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Hey, name, I help coaches get more leads and sales with email marketing. You're just going to get sent to spam. You're going to get deleted. You're never getting responses from that. It's like, to even think that you could get a response from an outreach message like that is so fucking dumb. It's unbelievable. But do not do this shit. There's a fundamental problem with traditional cold outreach, right? And this is the hard thing about outreach. You're asking for value before providing any. So the way to flip that is just by providing so much value up front that 1, you don't sound needy, and 2, the person could actually take what you've given them and just use it and make more money, or get their time back, or whatever it is, right? Instead, your approach is going to flip it by just delivering undeniable value up front, and it positions you as the confident professional rather than the desperate beginner. And this is the message that you're going to send. Hey name, checked out your funnel today. Damn, something about their program. It could be, I was looking at the website for Reignite Your fucking Love Life program, whatever it is. Something that makes them know that you've actually looked at their program and this is not automated. You could say something like, are you getting many sales for this? You could ask a question, but this is the main part here. You just say, I wrote you a new landing page, a VSL script that speaks a bit more to your audience's pain points, and then you just link a Google Doc there. And this is where you could message someone and say, I've written your entire funnel from front to back, including a landing page, a VSL script, 5 emails, a YouTube script, and an Instagram reel script. If you send all, you can send all of that in one Google Doc, no problem. You just make different sections for each part and send them all of that. Now, this is the thing with this type of outreach. Not every single person is going to either open your email or respond to you, but it doesn't matter because you're just learning, and this is going to be good for you no matter what, because you're going to get practice of writing all the copy and doing the emails and doing the VSL script and doing all that. You're going to get that regardless if you get a response or not. But if the 10% or 15% of people or 40% of people who open this and click on it, they're going to go, holy fucking shit, how long did this person spend doing this? Like, they've written me 10,000 words here and I've never spoken to them. The law of reciprocity says that if you do something for someone else, the chances are they want to do something back for you. So you might even just get a response, whatever, right? But this works for a few reasons. And you don't say anything at the end. You just say, hope this helps. Boom. You go about your day. You do not ask for anything. This approach works because you don't beg and you don't pitch. They've been getting pitches constantly unless you've worked with Alex Becker and Alex Herbosi and you've made fucking $10 million for one, unless you've got some crazy case studies, you can't just pitch in the first email. You need to give enormous amounts of value. Even if you've got case studies, like I've got case studies and I still give value first. I don't even speak about the case studies most of the time. I just send them this. There's no need to sell yourself because if they look at your work, it demonstrates your value. It demonstrates how good you are at copywriting, and it provides genuine value up front, instantly establishing credibility. It creates natural curiosity that leads to a conversation. They could be like, how did you manage to write all of this? Like, where did you come up with this idea? It just sparks a conversation, and it positions you as a peer rather than a supplicant, which means that you're not just like wanting something from them. You're just saying, there, I made this for you, hopefully it helps, right? Then the abundance mindset. If they don't respond, obviously do your follow-ups. I normally do about 3 to 4 follow-ups. If they don't respond, just move on. You got the experience from writing all the copy and doing the outreach, so that next time you outreach someone else, you're going to be better at it, you're going to be faster at it. You're already winning even if you get the no. Move on immediately. There are thousands of potential clients who need better copy. Your job isn't to convince the reluctant, it's just to find those who recognise the value when they see it. And this is it. This detachment from outcomes is what separates professionals from desperate beginners. When I outreach people and they tell me to fuck off, like I remember getting fuck off emails before and I'd be like, oh my god, oh fuck. But see now I've just developed this like thick skin where you just go, it's part of the game. Every no is one step closer to a yes. Now, this is super important when you're doing this. Success demands persistence and consistency. The number one reason why most copywriters fail is because they want instant gratification. They want to send 5 emails and get 3 clients, which is fucking impossible in today's market. They send their first 5 outreaches, they all get ignored, and then they conclude that this doesn't work, and then they quit. Now, to say that this doesn't work is just a fallacy, because it works for other people if you put in the time. Success isn't microwavable. Now, what I mean by this is you can't just start copywriting and write a few emails, do 3 outreaches and sign a $10,000 a month client. That's not going to happen. Get that shit completely out of your head. Mastering copywriting and building like a decent client base can take 6, 12, 18, 24 months of consistent effort. If this timeline makes you feel uncomfortable, good, because this is the great filter. The great filter is like the barrier to entry to be successful remains high, because if everybody could just send 5 emails and get 5 clients, every single person in the world would be run about in Lamborghinis, and everybody would be rich, and everybody would be at 50k a month. But that is not the reality of this. You need to be willing to put in 6 to 12 months of consistent effort with little to no results, getting $500 here, $1,000 there, $700 here, and just making things work. Because what's going to happen in the 6 to 12 months is you're going to get better, and the outreach messages and the samples that you send after 12 months of doing this are going to be a lot better, and you're going to start getting more responses. That's just how this stuff works. If it were quick and easy, everybody would do it, and the market would be even more saturated than it already is. Now let's talk about maths, because everybody's like, right, if I start doing this, how long is it going to take me to get a client? Now, I'm not saying that this is going to be perfect and it's going to work out exactly like this, but let's just take a look at the maths. Let's say you send 10 high-value outreach emails per day, 5 days per week. Right, now, you might be saying right now, I know what a lot of you are saying, if you've stayed this long, you're saying, how the fuck can I send 10 2,000 word landing pages to 10 people every day? You use AI. I've made a bunch of videos talking about this. Go and watch my other videos about like how to sing your first copywriting client. I'll try and link it above. Or if you want to skip the learning curve, grab the 4-hour copywriter. It's all of my copywriting prompts that I use to write 20 emails an hour and landing pages in like 3 minutes. You can get that in the link in the description. Now, let's say you send 10 high value outreach emails per day, 5 days a week, right? With a conservative 5% response rate, you should be getting roughly there or thereabouts. Now that's 2.5 people per week that you're now in conversations with. That doesn't sound like a lot, okay? But 2.5 is a hell of a lot more than nothing. Also, when someone sees that you've written them a full landing page, a VSL and 5 email examples, the chances of progressing this conversation further is 100% higher. Now, let's go even further. Let's say you do get these people into conversations, right? If just 25% of these people convert into paying clients, then you would have your first client in just 4 weeks. All you need to do is this. Send 10 a day, 5 days a week. That's all you need to do. Now, this is what I'm saying about there's only 2 things, and it makes this so fucking simple. You need to write samples that makes you better at copywriting, and then send those samples to people who you want to work with. That's it. That's all you need to do to sign clients. Most wannabe copywriters won't make it past, I've said week 2. It's more like fucking day 2 of consistent outreach. They will start rationalising their failure, just saying, the market's saturated, there's no clients out there, clients only want cheap work, and then, this is my favourite, I need to go back and fine-tune my offer first, right? All of these are comfortable lies that just protect your ego from, like, you wanting to carry on doing this, but you thinking that it's going to fail. So you just make up these excuses and say it doesn't work, okay? Now, the difference between successful copywriters and unsuccessful ones isn't talent, it's just the willingness to keep showing up when the results aren't immediate. That's what I was speaking about before. You need to be willing to go 6 months without getting a client, 12 months without getting a decent client. That's just the way that it works. You're competing with so many people right now, but the beauty of this is if you follow this method, you're going to get better at copywriting, better than 99% of the other cash advertising loving people. And 2, you're going to be sending high value fucking outreach. It doesn't matter if you spend an hour crafting one outreach message and send it off and it doesn't get opened, because you've actually gotten better at copywriting through going through that process. And for the 4 in 10 people who actually look at the Google Doc that they've sent you, they're going to be fucking blown away. Now, the copywriters who actually succeed, they're just the most persistent. They keep showing up every day, improving, they send better and better outreach and learn from each attempt, and they play the long game. This is important. The longer you stay in the game, continuously refining your skills, your outreach, getting better at all of the stuff that I was speaking about before, VSLs, emails, YouTube scripts, everything, the better your chances are of breaking through. And as others drop out around you, simply staying in the arena puts you ahead of 90% of the competition. Because you've got to remember this, the people who you're up against are going to do this for a week and say it doesn't work, and then they're going to fuck off. Your job is just to keep fucking staying in the game and keep sending outreach. It's a law of averages. If you just keep at it and you send fucking 5,000 outreaches over a year, you're gonna sign a client. Maybe that math doesn't work out, but you know what I mean. Now, this is the most important part of this full process, because even I do this as well, right? I'll start procrastinating. Funny story, this video is because I'm procrastinating. I should probably be sending outreach right now. But I was like, oh, I could make a YouTube video and it's going to waste 30 minutes. So here we are. But I'm doing this to give you guys value. Now, focus only on what moves the fucking needle. Online business world is so good at this, of like filling us full of shiny objects, and there's always a new tactic, a new business model, a new platform, a new strategy that promises overnight success. Meanwhile, the fundamentals of copywriting, just writing persuasive copy and getting it in front of potential clients, will remain changed decade after decade after decade. This is how people got clients fucking 10 years ago, and it's how they're probably still going to get clients 10 years from now. And the thing is, we're doing it with outreach, but sometimes you can do it through content, you could do it through ads, but right now we're just talking about outreach. So focus on these two critical things: skill acquisition, learn all the things; outreach, right? And these are the four things that you do. Write daily. So write landing pages, emails, VSL scripts, write them all every single day. Reach out consistently. Give yourself a quota of 5 to 10 personalised high value contacts per day and stick to it religiously, regardless of the results. If you do this for 2 weeks and you get 0 responses, then this is where these parts come in. You use the results from your outreach to refine your copywriting and the outreach approach. You track what works. If you sent one email that was a little bit different, had a little bit of a different first line, then just start sending that all the time. And that's what I'm saying here, double down on the successful approaches. So, your roadmap to becoming a successful copywriter: build your arsenal of skills, master leads, VSLs, landing pages, emails, scripts, everything through deliberate practice of writing for other people. Value first outreach, sending those samples to people, and then, this is quite important here, develop rejection immunity. Embrace every single no as the process to finding the yeses. And that is pretty much it. That is all you need to do. 2 fucking things: skill acquisition and outreach. Everything else is just noise and busy work. That was a big one. I feel like I haven't taken a breath. Anyway, hopefully you got value from that. If you did, make sure you hit the subscribe button, comment what you want more of, comment if you liked this video, if you want something else. And if you want more from me, hit the link in the description and get on the newsletter. I send a daily email to my newsletter and I speak about all of this stuff and basically hype you up to getting your first fucking client. So, thank you, and I will see you guys in the next one.